Hello, my name is Sarika Gupta and I am a teacher of CSC department on science TITS and I want to generally aware of transaction system. Now let's start what is transaction system. Transaction system is referred to the sequence of one or more operations such like at read, write, update and delete. Each and every functions, each and every transaction only performing based on one is the source one and second one is the destination. Source is the someone required and then move another one to another one. Perform on the databases as signal logical unit. Single logical units of work is called a transaction. A transaction ensures that either all operation or a non-operation. It's a successfully executed or not. Just like as a phone pay, it's a totally submitted. That means done. Otherwise not none. That's a failure. A transaction are designed to maintain the integrity. First one, second one, consistency. The third one is the reliability of database, and failure is a concurrent access. Transaction, all types of DBMS is an operation held to be between the beginning and ending transaction system, and it's using on a multiple operations like as a inconsistency. That means not totally transaction is successfully, only one database is committed and another one is not committed. It's called the transaction. Example, let's consider an online banking operation. First one is transaction. User perform a money transfer to several operations. Several operations occur such as reading the account, balance sender, just like as a booklet and writing deduct amount and writing the added amount, and even operations that is a transaction inside, including on a transaction. It's called a totally transaction based. Now, following acid property in transaction is the transaction mostly uses on acid property. And what is the acid? We know that acid operations is based on a DBMS properties and basically and accurately and reliable. What is the atomicity? I want to explain that to atomicity, it is either all or none. If a part of any transaction is failure, then rollback is called atomicity. Consistency, that means valid database is continuity work. If any one transaction state has to be a crash, then rollback are a failure. And isolation is a force layer mostly dependent on a one-to-one transaction independently and don't react to another one transaction. It's called isolation. Durability. Once a transaction is committed, it will permanently change. No after can be after durability. You can't do a failure or update it. Now, we explain the transition states. Transition state is a five process of active, partially committed, failed, aborted, in. If anyone user using on a transition, then followed in the five stages, then another way transition successfully or failed. What is the next thing? First one is an active state. Active state, in this stage, the beginning are being executed. This is the initial state of every transaction. Partially committed, when a transaction executes its final operation, it is said to be in a partially committed state. That means not to be a totally, it's some like a few amount. Third one is the failed. A transition is said to be a failed state if any one of checks made by the database recovery system fails. A failed transition can no longer proceed further. Aborted if anyone checks fail, transaction has to be a failed state. Is a stuck. Aborted, that means anyone users waiting for a resources too long time. That is called the aborted. And to main operation inside the aborted is restart the transaction and kill the transaction. If long-term waiting, that means deadlock. Deadlock is solution of restart or kill operation. And fifth one is a committed. If transaction execute all its operations successfully, is said to be a committed. That means totally successfully. Thank you.